What did you say?
That's old.
Teddy.
No, that's old.
Pauline is very active this morning. You can see that it's more than doubled in volume. So all that carbon dioxide has naturally leavened the starter, and that's what's going to provide all of that nice cell structure in our bread tomorrow. Step one is called autolyse, and that's basically just letting the flour and the water combine. 600. Okay, there we go. We want to add 360 grams of water, warm water. You can use your hands. Just mix it up. You want to make sure that all that flour is nicely hydrated. Get rid of all the little clumps. I'm trying to get all of those little shaggy pieces incorporated into this ball of dough. The dough is very dry, it's shaggy. The goal now is to let all of that flour absorb the water. I'm going to put a cover on it and just let it kind of meditate there for 1 hour. The dough is really well hydrated and it's ready to add the starter. It looks really nice, bubbly, smells delicious. So 120 grams, and we're just going to put it right on top. And I'm just going to spread that out. Right, so we're going to get a little messy here. Get your hands in there. You can see the dough is very heavy, very dense. So as we add this starter, we're going to have to kind of break up the dough in order to get it incorporated. I'm just kind of stretching and letting it incorporate into those little pockets. Okay, so it's pretty incorporated now, and we're just going to let that rest for 30 minutes. Let's go outside! It's been 30 minutes. Now it's time to measure our salt, and we want 12 grams. I'm an expert at measuring salt. Pour that salt right on top. And we just moistened it, so it's going to make it a little easier to incorporate. Okay, here you go. So the autolyse stage is officially over because we added salt. Okay. I'm just going to let that sit for about 30. And we just want enough water here to cover it. I swish it around so it's fluid. Alright, it's been 30 minutes. And we're ready to start our stretch and fold. So stretch and fold, you just want to grab an ear of it, pull it. You don't want to tear it, so be gentle. Pull it, that's your stretch, and then your fold. Stretch and fold. And just stretch it and put it right back into the middle of the dough ball. Stretch and fold. All the way around till you've completed one full turn of the bowl. Okay. And after I do a stretch and fold, I like to lift the dough out and turn it upside down. Okay. There we go. And we'll come back in 30 minutes and do another stretch and fold. We want to do a series of them, so we'll have a total of 3. And then after that, we'll pre-shape and let it rest overnight. Break it up a bit. Try to mix all of that salt water in there. we're just going to let that hang out for about 30 minutes. Grab your towel. When you're handling the dough, it's helpful to wet your hands, and that's going to help the dough release from your fingertips.
Can I have your blankie?
After the stretch and folds have completed, I like to just turn it upside down, tuck everything underneath. I like to lift it again out of the bowl. Just tuck everything underneath. And you have a nice smooth surface on top. Now that's going to inflate like a balloon. And we'll come back in about an hour and pre-shape it. Okay, we've done all our stretch and folds, and we're ready to pre-shape. So, again, I have water on my hands. I'm going to lift it out. And here I have the side that was upright in the bowl, and then the side that was touching the bottom of the bowl. So we'll consider this up and that down. I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of flour, just a light dust, on the table. And the side that was facing upward, I'm going to put down in the flour. And the flour is going to prevent it from sticking to the table. And what I want to do is just kind of create a little rectangle that's relatively even. So you may have a couple of thin spots, some thick spots. Just stretch it till it's all equal, okay? So then what I'm going to do is pick up the bottom here and fold it. Put that in the bowl to rest overnight. I'm going to put a couple layers of towels on it. So that'll prevent it from drying out too much. We don't really want it to dry, so I've got 2 towels. You could just, if you have plastic wrap, you can wrap it with plastic, or you can just put a lid on top like that. Fold it up like an envelope. And we're going to fold the ears inward. And then the top of the envelope, we're going to fold down. So now you have a nice little package here. Okay, then this, we're just going to fold in half. And now you have a really nice dough ball. We don't want to waste flour, so we're just going to feed it enough just to keep it going. And we'll keep it in the refrigerator until it's time to make our next loaf of bread. When we do make our next loaf, we're going to feed it 70 grams of flour and 70 grams of water. And after one day, it'll be ready to make your next loaf.